Nerderotic.com.
Avengers Doomsday budget rumored at $700 million total spend. Can Disney, Marvel possibly profit? The word is that Doomsday budget is around $400 million, which makes it one of the most expensive films ever made. So I'm guessing the rest is from marketing or just Robert Downey Jr.'s salary. It's estimated between 50 and 100 million. Your guess is as good as mine.
We're about to find out then what it means to release Avengers Endgame without the story build-up. Like, we're relying exclusively on the marketing of the people involved and the title of Avengers.
And a lot of the characters.
Well, yeah, I guess what I mean by people involved. So, like, the build-up, there's no build-up. Nobody's going to argue there is. So it's like, I wonder, I guess we're going to find out that how much that translates in terms of money, like having other stories build up to a big event.
Isn't that weird that it felt like, okay, they're doing a build-up now around Christmas. We've got these 4 teaser trailers, and it's going to lead into something else that they're going to do like once every couple weeks, once a month. Didn't it feel like that? Because I'm like, this couldn't be it. This has to be the start of a year-long marketing campaign, and it's been crickets since those trailers.
Yeah.
Nothing. And the reports, which are true, of them going back and doing 2 months worth of reshoots, but apparently they did a test screening, guys.
Oh yeah, apparently
an internal test screening
on something that's not even fucking finished.
Marvel test screened itself and said it was awesome.
Yeah, it was Infinity War levels of amazing.
Here's the okay.
That's the feedback.
You want to compare it to Infinity War? Great, fun movie, really good movie. Yeah. Really good movie, the last good Avengers movie, but it's not a complete movie. It ends on a cliffhanger. It's not a complete movie. We like the idea of Infinity War. We love the idea of where it was going. And listen, when I watched Endgame, I got home. I was like, I liked it. And I've told this story a bunch, so sorry. This is for the new people. I liked it. And I did a live stream with Comics Division for about 2.5, 3 hours. And by the end of that 3 hours, everybody's all, you sound like you hate it. Because we were going through
No.
It's not good. It sucks it's not good.
It's still even somewhat protected these days. A lot of people will say, like, wow, it's a really good experience, really solid, like, sort of cumulative thing with the story, a lot of good payoffs in there. It's just like, are any of the payoffs actually, like, untarnished?
No. Birkenstock Hulk is terrible. It's just Mark Ruffalo Hulk. Fat Thor is terrible.
Oh, that's
Girls Get It Done scene is terrible. Chris Pratt gets kicked in the balls.
Time travel plan is horrendous. I'm not even just talking about mechanics. I mean, like between us, right? It's like we need to get the 6 stones. Where impossibly in history can we go? It's like, why wouldn't we go to when Thanos was defeated and he had 5 of them?
That would be far too easy. And we need to kill Black Widow.
You just take Star-Lord out of the picture between all of you, and then you got it. And that's it. It's over.
And they finally bring back Red Skull, and it's like, oh. And honestly, the guy who played him did a good accent. Could have probably played him in the future. It's such a shame. Red Skull is a top-tier villain, by the way. Top tier. And they did nothing with him.
The blip mechanics are terrifyingly horrible.
Horrific.
Oh, God, yes.
And then it's like, so what's left? You're like,
memes. We got a lot of memes.
Explosions, big old fights.
But they're bringing back half of everything that was blipped out. But they have to do it that time because Robert Downey Jr.'s got a daughter.
Because he's got a daughter that might have existed anyway.
Whatever, right? Yeah, like
trillions upon trillions of people have got to come back 5 years later because
they can manipulate reality. All he has to do is just snap it such that you rewind time, but that his daughter lives or whatever. Remember that part where when Hulk does it, he's like, oh, I tried to get Black Widow back, but I don't know, I tried. It's like, what do you mean? Why not? You're literally just changing the universe. People would argue it's like, well, she was sacrificed to get the stone. It's like, yeah. So you still control the universe. What do you mean? This is like it's all of reality in that fucking gauntlet.
Because everything could have zapped back to when they vanished, the split second that they gone, so everything was fine.
Yeah.
And then Pepper could have been pregnant. She could have said to Tony at the end, or if he was to die, she could have just told Tony at the end, I'm pregnant.
And they bring, oh god, yeah, they bring Gamora. They bring Gamora back to not get back together with Star-Lord, so they could be buds. And immediately, people were asking, if everybody blips back right where they were before, well, the Earth isn't in the same position it was before. What if you were in a plane? So you would not just be in a plane crashing from the air. You would be in a plane in space.
See, Gary, the Avengers are so clever. They didn't construct an enormous area in land and then tell the Hulk, you got to snap them back to that position safely. Everyone, no, they spawned back where they were.
Yeah,
which is a disaster.
So, because those planes are gone, there's planes of just people spawning in midair and falling to their deaths.
No, there's planes spawning in the emptiness of space
because
the Earth hurtled down. Yeah, of course. Yeah, because the Earth is hurt. Yeah, because we're moving. Yeah, we're moving down. Fucking hell.
They're all dead. Everyone
they're all in space. There's billions of people dead in space.
Yes.
Let's pretend that no, it worked perfectly. Everyone's back. They're safe and happy and healthy. It's so the whole world is going to collapse. You've got half of the population has just been dropped back onto Earth. Can you imagine how much fucking suffering
now the flag smashers are going to bomb them?
Right. I mean, the one thing 5
years. You can't go back to your own house anymore.
No.
But Freckle Jesus had it right.
Stuff was.
This is what I mean. And this kind of assassinates every fucking Avenger because none of them think about this. They're all stupid.
No, because they all had to bow to Tony's daughter.
It sounds like there's an allegory for bowing to Robert Downey Jr.'s demands.
Yes.
I remember when the film came out, there was an argument about, I think it might have been on EFAB or something, but someone was like, you guys wouldn't understand. You don't have a kid. I would sacrifice the whole universe for them. And we were like, well, then you wouldn't have them. If you give up everything, it would all just collapse. And there's just nothing in the movie that says he can't have the daughter too. That's just made up.
Well, you could he's got the Infinity Stones. He could just go, you will have your daughter. That's all he has to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
If he can blip back billions of people, then he can, except for the daughter, she stays. That's all you got to do. I hated that they killed Iron Man. I understand it was a heroic death and all that, but I hated that they killed Iron Man.
But Robert Downey Jr. wanted out, so
okay, recast him. You recast the goddamn character. Robert Downey Jr. is not bigger than the character. It's great. Because
their phases, they wanted their phases to continue. They wanted their continuity.
Iron Man easily and killed Tony Stark as Robert Downey Jr. You could just do the multiverse shit. All you needed is one multiverse film. And then the consequences of which after are just, some random different people have turned up by accident. Oh, here comes Tom Cruise, Iron Man. Wow, that's crazy. Anyway, let's do a movie of him now.
Kill them in the comics a couple of times, but they kill them in the comics and bring back a child version.
No, Gary.
Of Tony Stark.
Who kills Iron Man?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Marvel Casey?
Close.
You're getting there. Captain Marvel.
In Civil War 2, is it?
Yeah. Captain Marvel
after her and Miss Marvel take prisoners without a judge and jury.
Take them to the gulag. Yeah.
Take them to the gulag. Yeah.
Considering they were doing the multiverse saga after the Infinity War, that's an excuse for them to just drag. If they're doing it anyway, you can just get whatever you want. Recast anybody for anybody.
I wish I could talk about it. So this brings us to Doomsday, where there's no Hulk. There's no Doctor Strange.
That's really weird. We don't know anything about that, do we?
We don't know what's behind that. I've asked and I haven't gotten an answer.
He's the most reliable actor-character combo, considering that's the last successful film other than Deadpool and Wolverine, right?
He's the guy you would go to with a big multiversal problem. He's also the first guy you would go to of all the superheroes.
Well, he's also set to be the leader now, in a good way.
Yeah.
That's the one good thing they could probably do.
Yes. So, the plot is out there now. Obviously they could change it through the reshoots, and I don't doubt they test screen something that will probably not be the finished product when it eventually comes out. They did not have a finished script. Robert Meyer Burnett might have read what was finished after Principal, because Robert's an honest guy, right? So I have no doubt that he's an honest guy. So I'm thinking maybe he read what they had finished during Principal, but I was specifically told that the actors had to wait because the writers had to finish writing the scene while they're doing principal.
Yeah. Oh, so they were the way they've done it for fucking a decade.
Yes.
Multiverse of Madness as well. Yeah.
So Robert Downey Jr. and his stunt double. So Robert Downey Jr. was basically doing lines off camera while his stunt double, and it's for like 40%. I asked for a percentage, and he's like, Robert's in the costume when he's talking to like Steve Rogers, and he's talking to people, but on a lot of other scenes, it's just a stunt man. And it's not even a full costume, by the way. It's just like torso.
Yeah. It's all CGI.
And
it's all fucking CGI now.
So, and he's reading lines, and Robert Downey Jr. had to wait while writers were punching up lines to finish the scene while they were shooting, which is like the most. No wonder why it cost $700 million.
Do you understand? Like in the perfect scenario where they get to write a script for this movie over a year and redraft it, it's still probably going to end up bad because of how fucking impossibly difficult it is to write something coherent here. But we're not dealing with that. We're dealing with this getting pulled apart into pieces of individual letters of words before the camera's even turned on, or during rather. You know what I mean? Like it's and then who knows what's going to happen when we get to reshoots and editing and testing out a bunch of versions of this film. They can't let it be that they film and edit one and someone says that's pretty good and that's it. It's like, no, there's too much money on this. You got to test it to hell and back. You got to get every science team in there, little ampules, jars of liquids to do with films. They tested out all these different measurements and numbers. They're like, Magneto should be in the film for 1 second more, 1.35 seconds actually. That's the perfect amount for the viewer.
Oh God. Dude, you say that, but I think you're quite kind of close to the truth. Because how many times do we hear when it comes to things like video game content and stuff like that about the analytical? You know, they do the analyticals, and the analyticals of this says this, and the analyticals of that says that. And I think, I think there's probably a degree that our analysis shows that in this using this data that's been extrapolated from this, that we need to have the X-Men in for 22.5 minutes of the movie to make it worthwhile. I absolutely agree with that.
Back ends of YouTube now, it's like, hey, you should make more videos with these kinds of titles about these topics with these kinds of thumbnails, and you're like, excuse me, like, would you like us to sort of control those aspects of future?
No, not at all. Not at all. Thank you. No.
God, no.
You're like, well, analytically, this will get you the most money. And you're like,
you're all good. You're good.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Yeah.
So with Doomsday, $700 million sounds about right. It does. So for it to break even as, what does it have to make?
Well, first of all, you got to double your budget.
Double your budget.
That's a nice round way of compensating for about 55% domestic take versus 40% international take versus 25% Chinese take. So first of all, you got to double that. So that's 1.4 billion. Then you've got to find out what marketing is. So if marketing for this movie is going to be, let's say, very, very conservatively 200 million, then to get that 200 million back, well, they got to double that at the box office. So you got to add another 400 million on top of that. So with a 700 million production budget, with a 200 million marketing budget, you need to make 1.8 billion at the box office to break even. Have a nice day.
Yikes. By the way, reported budget of Endgame is completely false. Completely false. And Endgame, they didn't report this, or Endgame is the most expensive movie they've made, period. Because they had to shoot so much of it. There is giant swaths of Endgame that did not see the light of day that they filmed.
Nope.
I filmed multiple different endings.
Oh God, yeah. And we saw the behind the scenes pictures of that, like a lot. So including Captain Marvel being greatly reduced in that movie. They did Ryan's girl Brie wrong on that one, and Ryan will be there to White Knight for her. He will be there. So yeah, it's got to make a lot. This might be the first movie that makes well over $1 billion and flops. Like it's possible, but they don't care. The whole attitude, what I was told, is they want to get people energized and excited about Marvel, get butts in the seats, and really profitability be damned on this one, because they think if they can do that, they can get the ball rolling again. The problem is, how do you get the ball rolling again when this is the end of the MCU, guys?
You're in a crater.
Yeah.
You're in a crater at the bottom of a fucking crater.
It's selling the edge of the cliff. It's like, come to the edge of the cliff. We've got so much ahead. It's like, what do you mean?
Yeah. Well, here's the problem that they have. So they're bringing in all these cameos with characters. Some are going to die forever. Some are not. And at least one legacy, semi-legacy. I'll give you a hint. It's a phase 2 character, not a phase 1 character.
Ant-Man.
Is going to die permanently. And what was that? Sorry?
Ant-Man.
That might be right. That might be exactly right.
See, you guys bet. I'm betting Howard the Duck. He's a phase 2.
Oh, why you got to go for the animals, you fucking psycho?
And they're going to carry over some, and I think a lot of them are in limbo, like Simu Liu's Shang-Chi. Pretty much Chang-Chi? Ching Chong?
Remember how they educated you in the film about how to pronounce the name? Remember that?
I do.
Shang-Chi. It's Shang-Chi. It's Shang-Chi.
It's Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi.
I'm just like, fuck off.
We all called it Shang-Chi when we were kids.
Nobody remembers anything from that film, as and it's a crime that you do.
So Doomsday is I don't know how it could be good. If it is, that'd be great. Be nice and surprised. They haven't set up Doctor Doom at all. At all.
Why bother?
At this point, why bother? And they haven't, like, you would think they would do a trailer. I know they shot a trailer that gives you kind of, it's the Doctor Doom trailer, because this is a movie about Doctor Doom. And they're just, you know what? When you're trying to just copy the success of Infinity War and Endgame, you're not really being, I don't know, you're not being creative.
Hey, I've got a crazy
you're not being
idea.
Innovative.
I've got a crazy idea.
What's that?
What if they just made a Doctor Doom movie?
Why didn't Robert Downey Jr. at least deliver a line at the end of Fantastic Four? I mean, like,
it wasn't him.
It wasn't him in the costume.
It wasn't him, and that's why.
It wasn't him. Look, dude, good on him. He negotiated probably one of the greatest, if not the greatest acting deal outside of Alec Guinness getting, residuals from Star Wars. But like, good on him. But it sounds like, I think we all assume, maybe I was the only one who assumed this, that Iron Man was going to show up in Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like it.
But that would be a really good opportunity to put in a new Iron Man.
It would, but the way I was told Secret Wars ends, I cannot be specific. You're gonna hate it, and where they're going. So the problem is, you're trying to get butts in seats and revitalize Marvel, but you're going to be revitalizing it right before a soft reboot where you're about to introduce some X-Men, but you kill all the old ones. You open a movie killing Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man.
Such a huge fucking mistake.
Wow.
I've said before, but if someone suggested that, it'd be like, you're out. Get out of the room right now. Get out. And you can't be a part of this conversation for saying that. It's already
of course
over.
They're going to bring him back, right? Of course they're going to bring him back later. But where are you going to go from there? What's your reboot going to look like? And is it going to have some familiar faces or all new faces? And it's going to be a mix.
It's going to be a mix, yeah.
It's going to be a mix.
Because that Shang-Chi 2 is happening, dude. That's happening.
Any day now.
Was it a few weeks ago? A couple of months ago? I don't know. Time's got no meaning anymore. Simu Liu said, yeah, second Shang-Chi still happening.
Well, it would be a huge mistake. Even either they do it and it's a horrible bomb because it would make less money than the fucking first one, or they don't do it, which then it's just funny. It's funny either way.
It's funny either way.
Either way, we win.
It's not going to be good. They don't know what they're doing.
Of course, it's not really good. The first one was garbage.
It was an absolute triumph, Az. What are you talking about?
Save lives, dude. No way, that's it.
John Campier's goodie bag said it was a triumph. God, that man's got no.
Best Marvel since the last Marvel.
Nerdrotic.com. Please subscribe.